Welcome back, gang. Today we're talking about undervalued Pokemon card sets. I know, given the market, it seems like everything's overpriced, with like Mega Evolutions being over $200 a booster box, with Phantasmal Flames being like 250 plus a booster box, with Destined Rivals being 500 plus a booster box. Doesn't really seem like there's anything that's still undervalued. Well, outside of the obvious factors that I've been saying for probably a month now, you have Surging Sparks, ETBs, probably booster boxes still. That's been touted all over the place for the longest time. Surging booster boxes are starting to pick up a little bit in value. They're like 250, 260 right now. They might be even higher. I haven't looked in probably a couple days. Same thing with Twilight Masquerade, ETBs. I mean, those are obvious. And then pretty much prismatic everything. I know with all the reprints coming that have came, you could have gotten prismatic cheaper, but it's still kind of beaten down. If you look at bundles, surprise boxes, 3-pack blisters, poster boxes, stuff like that. We're not really talking about that right now because, like I said, you could have found those cheaper as well. And I mean, there's more reprints coming, so if you just wait for a reprint to hit, you'll see the price dip and then you can scoop it up there. What we're really talking about is something like Paldea Evolved. Why is Paldea Evolved undervalued? Well, it's getting ready to go out of print. We've never got any meaningful reprints from it, so whoever originally had it either resold it or they still have it. Why Paldea Evolved? Well, it has all the Gen 9 starters, the Gen 9 legendaries. It's a big set. Semi-hard pull rates, but a lot of beautiful artwork in there. A lot of the IRs and SIRs have low gem rates, and we'll have a video showcasing those and talking about those. Probably the next long form video, or maybe one after that, we'll kind of see how I can get stuff out and organized for that. So one, we have Paldea Evolved, probably more so the ETBs than anything. Booster boxes are already kind of pricey, but considering they're going out of rotation, I mean, Paldea Evolved is going to be $1,000 booster box, no problem. What else? Pretty much anything 151. I know the PC ETB is really expensive. Maybe not the PC ETB. We're probably not talking about the PC ETB, but booster bundles, the UPC. The UPC seems criminally undervalued given that, the promos in there. The Batman Mewtwo is sick. The flying or jumping off the building or diving Mew, whatever you want to call it, the pink card is sick. You got the gold Mew. You got a premium playmat. Like, what's not to love about that UPC? You got like something like 16 151 packs, which is the most 151 packs you can buy in any product. Yeah, the UPC is definitely undervalued. What else could be seen as undervalued? Probably the Sword and Shield UPC. Sword and Shield UPC, well, the Charizard Sword and Shield UPC. You have fantastic pack selection with sets such as Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, Lost Origin. You have some pretty banging Charizard promos. Who doesn't love Charizards and exclusive promos? Like, I love both of those. They have kind of tough gem rates. I mean, there's a lot in PSA 10 holders, but they're still kind of hard gem rates. They're kind of expensive in PSA 10s. And again, another premium box, really. And it's already out of rotation. We're not seeing any more. Like, what's not to love about that, And honestly, I think that's probably another $1,000 box. Next, we're gonna talk about sets such as Lost Origin. Why is Lost Origin undervalued? Well, we're not getting any more, A. And B, it's still kind of rebounding from its lows. It's not quite as all-time high, but that's $1,000 booster box. Something about, the trainer gallery in there, the Garantina, which is honestly one of the top Jaces of the whole generation. We can also talk about Fusion Strike it's literally a Gengar and Mew set. Probably two of the most popular Pokemon, like probably two of the top 5, definitely the top 10. And that's probably right about all-time highs, right around $1,000, but it's the second best set of the generation. If you look back at Sun and Moon, like obviously there's Team Up, which is basically Evolving Skies. And then I don't know off the top of my head, maybe it's Cosmic is the second best. How expensive is Cosmic? Do yourself a favor. How expensive is Cosmic? Like when Evolving Skies hits 5,000, which it might be the end of this year, it might be the end of next year. Can't see it being much further than that. Fusion Strike isn't going to be too far behind. Probably half as expensive, something around there. I think Fusion Strike has some more legs on it. Next one I'd say, Evolving Skies. You can't stop Evolving Skies. It's literally the best set of the generation. It's like an outlier. And yeah, it's already expensive. Yes, everybody knows that. Everybody acknowledges that. But yet people still love buying it. People still love ripping it. People still want to chase the Moonbryon or the other evolutions or the Dragonite or the Rayquaza. Like there's so many fan favorite popular Pokemon in there. The set value is through the roof, kind of like Prismatic. But there's just so much to chase. It's such a good set. Like how can you not think that's going to go up? That will be a $10,000 booster box. It will follow Team Up. Maybe not as fast because there's a lot more Evolving Skies sealed product out there than there is Team Up. I'm not going to try to say there isn't, but it's pretty popular. It is pretty dang popular. And I still see people ripping it if I have loose packs when I bring them to shows. People always asking how much, and honestly, I usually sell a couple, which still is mind-boggling that people are trying to rip Evolving Skies for the Moon Kitty or any one of those, literally any number of those chases, just because of how expensive packs are. Last I looked, they were at $40. It wouldn't surprise me if they're a little higher. Those are probably going to be $50 a pack, maybe the end of the year. So we have a ton of things I would say is undervalued. Is Destined Rivals undervalued? Dare we say? I think it's overvalued. It just came out not even a year ago. It's that expensive. I'm gonna say that's overvalued. Hopefully we get some reprints for Destined Rivals, but we're kind of staying away from talking about that for the moment. Looking at things that are good plays, not good plays, if that makes sense. So if you like my video, smash that subscribe button. Drop a comment. What do you think is still undervalued? What are you looking at buying? And I'll see you guys on the next video.